Hello, everyone. Before we dive into tonight's story, I want to thank you all for being here. Your support means the world. If you enjoy my channel, please consider subscribing and joining our storytelling community. Now, let's get started with tonight's tale. Close your eyes and let yourself settle into this moment. Feel the weight of your body resting gently, sinking into the softness beneath you, as if you're cradled by the earth itself. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly, noticing the cool air as it enters your lungs and the warmth as it leaves. Imagine a soft breeze carrying the faint scent of green leaves and distant blossoms brushing against your skin. So gentle, so calm. Let your shoulders soften, your arms grow heavy, your mind drifting like a leaf on a quiet stream. You're safe here in this moment, ready to be carried away by a story, a whisper from the past. Feel the world around you fade, the sounds of your day melting into silence, replaced by the rustle of leaves, the soft crackle of a distant hearth, the murmur of a mountain breeze. With each breath, you sink deeper into calm, deeper into peace, ready to wander through a faraway time, a faraway place. Our story today begins in the misty mountains of 19th century China, where the quiet ritual of tea harvesting unfolds like a gentle dance, a rhythm of hands and leaves and time. Let yourself drift as we step into this world together. Our story starts in a small village nestled high in the mountains of Zhejiang province, where the air is cool and the dawn arrives wrapped in a soft veil of mist. It's the early spring of 1845, and the hills are alive with the first tender buds of the tea season. The village of Meijiawu, tucked among rolling slopes and ancient groves, is a place where time moves slowly, where every day is shaped by the rhythm of the land and the leaves. The villagers here are tea farmers, their lives woven into the cycles of the Camellia sinensis plant, the quiet heart of their world. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of the village as the first light of morning spills over the peaks. The air is crisp, carrying the faint sweetness of dew-kissed leaves and the earthy scent of soil warmed by yesterday's sun. The mist clings to the hills, softening their edges, making the world feel hushed, as if the mountains themselves are holding their breath. You hear the gentle rustle of bamboo groves swaying in the breeze, the distant trickle of a stream winding through the valley, and the soft murmur of voices as the villagers begin their day. Close your eyes and picture the scene. The thatched roofs of the village houses, their dark wood frames blending into the green embrace of the hills. The paths between them are narrow, worn smooth by generations of footsteps, winding up toward the tea fields like threads in a tapestry. You can almost feel the coolness of the stone beneath your feet, the faint dampness of the morning air against your skin. The world is quiet here, peaceful, as if every sound, every movement is part of a greater harmony. The tea farmers rise before the sun, their movements slow and deliberate, as if they too are part of this harmony. They wear simple clothing, loose tunics and trousers of indigo-dyed cotton, their edges frayed from years of work in the fields. On their heads, they wear wide-brimmed hats woven from bamboo, shielding their faces from the sun that will soon burn through the mist. Their hands, calloused yet gentle, are their tools. Hands that know the leaves as well as they know their own hearts. As you imagine this, let your breath slow, let your body soften. Feel yourself standing among them, your feet rooted to the earth, your heart open to the quiet beauty of this moment. The villagers move with purpose, yet there's no rush, no hurry. Each step, each gesture is a ritual, a dance passed down through centuries. You can hear the soft creak of woven baskets slung over their shoulders, the faint clink of small tools tucked into their belts. They're preparing for the day's work. The plucking of tea leaves, the first step in a journey that will carry these leaves across mountains, rivers, and seas. The tea fields stretch across the hills like a patchwork quilt, their rows of low, bushy plants following the gentle contours of the land. Each bush is a Camellia sinensis, its glossy leaves shimmering with morning dew. The villagers spread out among the rows, their figures half hidden by the mist, their voices low and melodic as they call to one another. The air is filled with the soft rustle of leaves, the occasional snap of a twig, the faint hum of a song carried on the breeze. Picture yourself walking among the tea bushes, your fingers brushing against their leaves, smooth, cool, and slightly waxy to the touch. The leaves are young, their tips tender and pale green, just beginning to unfurl in the spring warmth. These are the leaves the villagers seek, the 2 leaves and a bud, the perfect pluck for the finest teas. The farmers move with a practiced grace, their hands darting delicately among the branches, selecting only the youngest, most tender shoots. Listen to the sound. The soft snap as a leaf is plucked, the faint rustle as it's tucked into a basket. It's a rhythm steady and soothing, like the heartbeat of the mountain itself. Snap, rustle, snap, rustle. Each sound blends into the next, creating a melody that lulls the mind, calms the heart. The villagers work in silence or with quiet conversation, their words as soft as the breeze, sharing stories of the day, of the harvest, of the lives they've always known. Feel the air around you, cool and fresh, carrying the faint bitterness of green tea leaves and the sweetness of wildflowers blooming on the hillside. The mist is beginning to lift now, revealing the full sweep of the tea fields, their green waves stretching toward the horizon. The sun, still low, casts a golden glow across the leaves, making them sparkle like emeralds. You can almost taste the air, clean, pure, alive with the essence of the earth. The plucking is slow, deliberate work. Each leaf must be chosen with care, for the quality of the tea depends on the skill of the harvester. The villagers know this, their hands moving with a precision honed by years of practice. They pluck only the topmost leaves, those that have just begun to open, their tips soft and delicate. These are the leaves that will become green tea longjing, or dragon well, the pride of Zhejiang, known for its smooth, nutty flavor and jade green hue. As you imagine this, let your mind drift. Let the rhythm of the plucking carry you deeper into relaxation. Snap, rustle, snap, rustle. Each sound is a step further into calm. Each breath a step deeper into peace. You're not just watching the villagers, you're with them. Your hands moving in time with theirs, your heart beating in time with the mountain. The world is simple here, quiet, whole. As the morning wears on, the baskets fill with leaves, their vibrant green tips spilling over the woven edges. The villagers gather their harvests and begin the trek back to the village, their steps slow and steady, their baskets swaying gently against their backs. The path winds through the fields, past groves of bamboo and patches of wild herbs, their scents mingling with the earthy aroma of the leaves. Imagine following them, your feet padding softly on the earth, the weight of the day's worries slipping away with each step. The village comes into view, its houses clustered around a central courtyard where the next stage of the ritual begins, the drying of the leaves. The courtyard is alive with quiet activity, the air filled with the scent of fresh tea and the faint smokiness of a hearth fire crackling in the distance. The villagers spread the leaves on large bamboo trays, arranging them in thin layers to catch the warmth of the sun. The trays are set out in the open, where the breeze can flow freely, carrying away the moisture and leaving the leaves soft and pliable. Picture the scene. The leaves glistening in the sunlight, their edges curling slightly as they dry. The villagers move among the trays, their hands gentle as they turn the leaves, ensuring each one dries evenly. Listen to the sounds. The soft rustle of leaves against bamboo, the whisper of the wind as it moves through the courtyard, the occasional murmur of a villager's voice, low and soothing. It's a symphony of calm, each note blending into the next, wrapping you in a cocoon of peace. The villagers work with care, their movements slow and rhythmic, as if they're weaving a spell with their hands. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the gentle breeze brushing against your face, the scent of drying leaves filling your lungs. The leaves are changing now, their vibrant green softening to a deeper, richer hue. This is the first step in their transformation, a process that will coax out their flavor, their essence, their story. The villagers know this, their hands moving with reverence, their hearts attuned to the quiet magic of the moment. As you stand in the courtyard, let your body relax, let your mind soften. The world is far away now, its noise and haste forgotten. There's only this moment, this place, this gentle rhythm of hands and leaves and time. Rustle, turn, rustle, turn. Each sound pulls you deeper. Each breath carries you further into calm. Let your breath flow gently, in and out, like the breeze moving through the hills of Meijiawu. Feel your body sinking deeper into calm, your mind drifting like a leaf caught in a slow, lazy current. The world around you is soft now, quiet, filled only with the rustle of leaves, the whisper of the wind, the faint crackle of a distant fire. You're here, in this moment, in this faraway village, surrounded by the gentle rhythm of life. Let each sound, each image, carry you further into peace, further into rest. Our story continues in the heart of the village, where the tea leaves, fresh from the fields, are transforming under the careful hands of the farmers. The courtyard hums with quiet purpose, a place where time feels endless, where every task is a step in an ancient dance. Close your eyes and picture it. The bamboo trays spread across the ground, the leaves shimmering in the midday sun, the air alive with their faint, grassy scent. You're standing among the villagers, your heart beating in time with theirs, your breath mingling with the mountain air. The drying of the tea leaves is a patient process, one that requires both skill and reverence. The villagers move among the trays, their hands hovering over the leaves, feeling their texture, testing their readiness. The leaves must lose just the right amount of moisture, not too much, not too little, to preserve their flavor, their spirit. This is a craft passed down through generations, a knowledge held in the hands and hearts of the farmers. Imagine the scene, the trays laid out in neat rows, their surfaces covered with a thin layer of leaves, each one carefully arranged to catch the sun's warmth. The light dances across them, turning their edges golden, softening their green to a deeper, earthier hue. The breeze moves through the courtyard, gentle and cool, carrying the scent of drying leaves, a scent that's fresh, slightly bitter, with a hint of sweetness, like the promise of the tea to come. Listen to the sounds. The soft swish of leaves being turned, the faint creak of bamboo as a tray is lifted, the murmur of voices low and melodic as the villagers share quiet words. Swish, creak, swish, creak. It's a rhythm that soothes, a cadence that calms. Each movement is deliberate, each gesture a part of the ritual. The villagers work with a quiet focus, their eyes tracing the leaves, their hands moving with a grace born of years spent in these fields, in this courtyard, under this sky. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face, the gentle brush of the breeze against your skin. You can almost reach out and touch the leaves, feel their softness, their slight dampness, giving way to a delicate crispness. The villagers know the leaves by touch, by sight, by instinct. They know when the drying is complete, when the leaves are ready for the next step in their journey. It's a moment of quiet triumph, a small victory in the long, careful process of tea making. As you stand here, let your mind drift. Let the rhythm of the villagers' work carry you deeper into relaxation. Swish, turn, swish, turn. Each sound is a step further into calm, each breath a step deeper into peace. You're part of this moment, part of this place, your worries left behind, your heart open to the simplicity of this work. this life. As the sun climbs higher, the villagers begin to gather the dried leaves, their baskets filled with the day's harvest. The next step in the ritual awaits, the firing of the leaves, a process that will lock in their flavor and bring out the essence of the tea. This is where the magic of Longjing tea truly begins, where the leaves are transformed by heat and care into something extraordinary. Picture the scene. A small, open-sided shed at the edge of the courtyard, its roof thatched with straw, its walls darkened by years of smoke and time. Inside, a large iron wok sits over a low fire, its surface gleaming faintly in the dim light. The fire is fed with pine wood, its crackling flames casting a warm, golden glow across the shed. The air is filled with the scent of burning wood, mingling with the grassy aroma of the leaves, creating a fragrance that's both earthy and alive. The villagers work in pairs, one tending the fire, the other handling the wok. The leaves are poured into the hot iron, a handful at a time, and the villager begins to stir them with bare hands, a skill that takes years to master, for the wok is hot, and the leaves must be moved constantly to avoid burning. Imagine the sound, the soft hiss of leaves meeting heat, the faint crackle as they begin to crisp, the steady scrape of hands against the wok's surface. Hiss, crackle, scrape. It's a symphony of warmth, a melody of transformation. Close your eyes and feel the heat of the fire. Not too close, but just enough to warm your skin, to make you feel cozy and safe. The villagers' hands move in a steady rhythm, pressing the leaves against the wok, shaping them into the flat, delicate forms that Longjing tea is known for. This is no ordinary tea. The firing process is what gives Longjing its signature nutty flavor, its smooth, lingering aftertaste. The villagers know this, their movements precise yet gentle, their focus unwavering. The leaves change as they're fired, their color deepening to a rich jade green, their texture becoming crisp and light. The shed fills with their aroma scent that's warm, toasty, with a hint of chestnut and fresh grass. It's a smell that wraps around you like a blanket, comforting and familiar, even in this faraway place. You can almost taste it. The promise of the tea, the essence of the mountain captured in every leaf. As you imagine this, let your body relax. Let your mind soften. The sounds of the shed hiss, crackle, scrape are like a lullaby, pulling you deeper into calm, deeper into rest. You're standing at the edge of the shed, watching the villagers work, their hands moving in time with the fire's rhythm, their faces calm and focused. There's no rush here, no hurry, only the steady, soothing flow of the ritual, the quiet beauty of the moment. As the day draws to a close, the fired leaves are gathered into woven baskets, their surfaces now cool and crisp, ready for the final stage of the day's work, the preparation of the tea. In Meijia Wu, tea is not just a crop, it's a way of life, a ritual that binds the villagers to the land, to each other, to the past. The steeping of the tea is a moment of connection, a time to pause and savor the fruits of their labor. Imagine the scene, the sun dipping low, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold, casting long shadows across the village. The villagers gather in the courtyard, their work done for the day, their baskets of tea leaves set aside. A small table is brought out, simple and worn, its surface smoothed by years of use. On it, they place a clay teapot, its curve soft and rounded, its color a warm, earthy brown. Nearby, a small brazier glows with coals, heating a kettle of spring water drawn from the stream that runs through the valley. Listen to the sounds. The soft clink of the teapot's lid, the gentle gurgle of water as it begins to warm, the faint crackle of the coals. The villagers move slowly, their hands steady as they prepare the tea. One of them scoops a small handful of leaves from a basket, their crisp edges rustling faintly as they're placed in the teapot. The water is poured, not boiling, but just shy of it. For Longjing tea requires care, a temperature too high will scorch the leaves. too low will dull their flavor. Picture the steam rising from the teapot, curling into the cool evening air, carrying the scent of the tea fresh, nutty, with a hint of sweetness that lingers like a memory. The villagers wait, their faces calm, their eyes tracing the steam as it dances and fades. This is a moment of stillness, a pause in the rhythm of the day, a chance to breathe and be present. You can feel it too. The quiet, the peace, the sense of being exactly where you're meant to be. As the tea steeps, the villagers sit together, their voices low, their laughter soft. They share stories of the day, of the harvest, of the mountains that have cradled their families for generations. The tea is poured into small clay cups, their surfaces warm to the touch, their contents a pale, shimmering green. The first sip is a ritual in itself, a moment to taste the land, the sun, the care of every hand that touched these leaves. Feel yourself sitting among them, a cup in your hands, its warmth seeping into your palms. The tea is smooth, its flavor unfolding slowly nutty, slightly sweet, with a faint grassy note that lingers on your tongue. Each sip is a connection to this place, this moment, this quiet world. Clink, sip, clink, sip. The sounds are soft, repetitive, soothing, pulling you deeper into relaxation, deeper into the story. Breathe deeply now. Let the air flow gently into your lungs and out like the soft sigh of the evening breeze moving through the village. Feel your body soften, your shoulders relax, your mind drift like a pedal on a quiet stream. The sounds around you are fading, replaced by the gentle clink of clay cups, the faint rustle of leaves, the soft crackle of a fire in the distance. You're here, in this moment, in the heart of Meijiawu, surrounded by the warmth and peace of the tea ritual. Let each breath carry you deeper, each sound pull you further into calm. Our story continues in the fading light of the day, as the villagers gather in the courtyard, their hands cradling cups of freshly steeped Longjing tea. The air is cool now, the sky painted with strokes of violet and gold, the mountains standing silent watch over the village. This is a time of rest, of connection, of honoring the leaves that have shaped their lives for centuries. Close your eyes and picture it. The soft glow of lanterns beginning to flicker, the steam rising from the teapot, the quiet beauty of this moment, wrapping you in its embrace. The steeping of the tea is more than a task in Meijiawu. It's a ceremony, a moment to pause and reflect, to taste the essence of the mountains. The villagers sit in a loose circle, their faces softened by the day's work, their hands wrapped around their cups. The tea they drink is the first of the season, its flavor bright and pure, a reminder of the care they've poured into every leaf. This is Longjing tea, the dragon well, named for a spring in Hanzhou where the water is said to dance like a dragon's tail. Its taste is a story of the land nutty, smooth, with a lingering sweetness that feels like a gift. Imagine the scene, the clay teapot resting on the table, its surface warm from the water inside. The villagers pour the tea with care, their movements slow and deliberate, as if each pour is a prayer. The liquid catches the light, a pale green that glows like jade, its surface shimmering faintly as it settles in the cups. The steam rises in delicate curls, carrying the scent of the tea fresh, grassy, with a hint of roasted chestnut that fills the air and soothes the mind. Listen to the sounds, the soft pour of the tea, the gentle clink of cups against the table, the faint sigh of the villagers as they take their first sip. Pour, clink, sip. It's a rhythm that calms, a melody that lulls. The villagers drink slowly, savoring each sip, letting the tea warm their hands, their throats, their hearts. This is a moment of unity, a time when the village comes together, bound by the shared ritual of the tea. Feel the cup in your hands, its smooth, warm surface pressing against your palms. The faint weight of the tea inside, grounding you in this moment. You lift the cup to your lips, the steam brushing against your face, soft and comforting. The first sip is like a whisper, its flavor unfolding slowly smooth, slightly sweet, with a delicate bitterness that fades into warmth. It's as if the mountain itself is speaking to you, telling you its story through the tea. The villagers share quiet words as they drink, their voices low and melodic, blending with the evening sounds. They speak of the harvest, of the leaves that were plucked today, of the weather that will shape tomorrow's work. But there's no urgency in their words, no haste. This is a time for rest, for reflection, for being present with the tea and with each other. You can feel it too. The peace of this moment, the simplicity of it, wrapping around you like a soft blanket dot as you sit here. Let your breath slow, let your body relax. The sounds of the village pour, clink, sip, are like a lullaby, pulling you deeper into calm, deeper into rest. You're part of this circle, part of this ritual, your heart beating in time with the villagers, your mind drifting in the quiet beauty of the evening. As the last of the tea is poured, the villagers begin to prepare for the evening, their movements slow and unhurried. The courtyard grows quieter now, the lanterns casting a warm, golden glow across the stones. The air is cooler, carrying the scent of pine from the surrounding hills, mingled with the lingering aroma of the tea. The village feels alive, yet peaceful, its rhythm slowing as the day draws to a close. Picture the scene, the villagers clearing the table, their hands moving with care as they stack the cups and teapot. The baskets of fired leaves are carried to a small storage shed, where they'll rest until they're ready to be sorted and packed. The shed is simple, its walls lined with shells, its air filled with the rich, toasty scent of the tea. The villagers work together, their voices soft, their laughter like the tinkling of a distant bell. Listen to the sounds, the faint creak of the shed's wooden door, the soft rustle of leaves as they're poured into clay jars, the gentle tap of baskets being set down. Creak, rustle, tap, each sound is a note in the evening song, a melody that soothes and calms. The villagers move with a quiet grace, their hands steady, their hearts content. This is their life, their rhythm, their connection to the land and to each other. Imagine walking through the village now, your feet padding softly on the stone paths, the cool evening air brushing against your skin. The houses are lit from within, their windows glowing with the warm light of oil lamps. You can hear the faint crackle of hearths, the soft murmur of families settling in for the night. The mountains loom in the distance, their peaks softened by the twilight, their presence a quiet reminder of the world beyond. The villagers gather in their homes, their evening rituals as simple and deliberate as their work in the fields. They share a modest meal rice, steamed greens, perhaps a small piece of dried fish eaten slowly, with gratitude for the land that sustains them. The tea is poured again, a second steeping from the day's leaves, its flavor softer now, more delicate, like a memory of the morning's harvest. Feel yourself sitting at their table, the warmth of the hearth against your back, the scent of the tea filling the air. The villagers speak in hushed tones, their stories weaving together the past and the present tales of ancestors who worked these same fields, of seasons that shaped the village, of the tea that has carried their name across the world. Their voices are like a gentle stream, flowing over you, calming your mind, easing your heart. As you listen, let your body sink deeper. Let your mind drift further. The sounds of the village clink, murmur, crackle are fading now, blending into the quiet of the night. You're here, in this moment, surrounded by the warmth of the hearth, the scent of the tea, the peace of the village. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Only this moment, this story, this gentle lullaby of the mountains. In 19th century China, tea was more than a drink. It was a thread that wove through every part of life. In villages like Meijiao, it was the heart of the community, a symbol of harmony, respect, and connection. The villagers understood this, their lives shaped by the cycles of the tea plant, their days measured by the plucking, drying, and firing of the leaves. Tea was a gift from the earth, a bridge between the human and the divine, a way to honor the past and welcome the future. Imagine the stories the villagers share as they sit by the hearth. Tales of the tea road, the ancient trade routes that carried Longjing tea from Zhejiang to the imperial courts of Beijing and beyond. In the 19th century, tea was China's gift to the world, a treasure sought by merchants from distant lands. But in Meijiawu, it was something simpler, something deeper, a way of life, a rhythm that connected the villagers to their ancestors, to the mountains, to each other. The tea they drink tonight is a reminder of this connection. Each sip carries the taste of the land, the rocky soil of the hills, the mist that clings to the leaves, the sun that warms them. The villagers believe that tea holds the spirit of the mountain, that to drink it is to take in its strength, its calm, its wisdom. They pour it with care, offer it to their elders first, a gesture of respect that ties them to centuries of tradition. Picture yourself holding the cup again, its warmth seeping into your hands, its scent rising to meet you. The tea is a story in itself, a tale of hands that plucked the leaves, of fires that shaped them, of mountains that cradled them. With each sip, you feel closer to this place, this time, this quiet world. Sip, clink, sip, clink. The rhythm is slow, soothing, pulling you deeper into relaxation, deeper into the story. The villagers' lives are simple, yet rich with meaning. They work from dawn to dusk, their hands moving in time with the seasons, their hearts open to the beauty of the everyday. The tea is their reward, their ritual, their way of giving thanks. As you sit among them, you feel it too, the gratitude, the peace, the sense of being part of something larger, something timeless. Let your breath flow gently now, in and out, like the soft rustle of leaves settling into the night. Feel your body sinking deeper, your mind drifting further, as if you're floating on a quiet tide. The world is far away, its noise and hurry replaced by the gentle clink of clay cups, the faint crackle of a hearth, the whisper of the mountain breeze. You're here, in this moment, in the heart of Meijiawu, wrapped in the warmth and peace of the village. Let each sound, each breath, carry you deeper into calm, deeper into rest. Our story continues as the night settles over the village, the sky now a deep indigo, speckled with stars that glimmer like scattered pearls. The air is cool, carrying the scent of pine and earth, mingling with the lingering aroma of Longjing tea. The villagers are winding down, their day's work complete, their hearts full of the quiet satisfaction that comes from a life lived close to the land. Close your eyes and picture it, the soft glow of lanterns fading into the darkness, the gentle hum of the village settling into sleep, the mountains standing silent, cradling this moment in their ancient embrace. The village is small, a scattering of wooden homes with tiled roofs, their edges curling upward as if reaching for the sky. Smoke curls lazily from chimneys, blending with the mist, and the faint sound of a wooden mallet tapping against a mortar drifts through the air, a steady, soothing rhythm, like a heartbeat of the village itself. You can imagine yourself standing there, at the edge of the village, where the path begins to climb the mountain. The ground beneath your feet is soft, covered in a carpet of moss and fallen leaves, each step cushioned, each breath filled with the cool, clean air of the highlands. The villagers are waking now, their movements slow and deliberate, as if they too are part of this quiet ritual. You see a young woman named May, her hair tied back with a simple cloth, her hands already moving with the grace of someone who knows the mountain as well as her own heart. She carries a woven basket, its edges worn smooth from years of use. And as she steps onto the path, her footsteps are soft, barely disturbing the earth beneath her. The tea fields are not far, just beyond the village, where the slopes grow steep and the air grows cooler. The tea bushes grow in neat rows, their leaves a deep, vibrant green, glistening with morning dew. Each bush is ancient, older than the village itself, their roots twisting deep into the rocky soil, drawing life from the mountain's heart. May pauses at the edge of the field, her breath visible in the cool air, and she closes her eyes for a moment, as if offering a quiet thanks to the mountain, to the bush, to the day that lies ahead, the stillness of the morning, the gentle weight of the basket in her hands, the faint rustle of leaves as the breeze moves through the field. Imagine the sensation of standing there, the cool air brushing your cheeks, the scent of green tea leaves filling your lungs, the soft crunch of earth beneath your feet. Let this moment wrap around you. Let it carry you deeper into calm, deeper into the story. May begins her work, her fingers moving with a rhythm as old as the mountain itself. She reaches for the tenderest leaves, the young flushes at the tips of the branches, each one soft and pliable, no larger than a sparrow's wing. Her touch is gentle, almost reverent, as she pinches the leaves between her thumb and forefinger, plucking them with a soft snap, a sound so faint it blends with the rustling of the breeze. She moves from bush to bush, her hands dancing across the leaves, collecting only the finest tips, the ones that will carry the mountain's flavor, its essence, into every cup of tea. The basket at her side fills slowly, each leaf settling against the others, a soft pile of green that smells of earth and sunlight. The work is repetitive, plucking, pausing, moving to the next bush, plucking again. But there is beauty in this repetition, a meditation in the movement, a quiet focus that stills the mind. May hums softly as she works, a melody without words, its notes rising and falling like the breeze. The sound weaves through the air, mingling with the rustle of leaves, the distant call of a cuckoo, the faint crackle of a fire being lit back in the village. As the sun climbs higher, the mist begins to lift, revealing the rolling slopes of the Wuyi Mountains in all their glory. The tea fields stretch across the hillside, their green rows catching the light like ripples on a lake. Other villagers join May now, men and women, young and old, each carrying their own basket, each moving with the same careful grace. There is no rush here, no urgency. The mountain sets the pace, and the mountain is patient. The villagers work in near silence, their voices low and soft, their laughter like the tinkling of a distant bell. They speak of small things, the weather, the harvest, the way the tea leaves seem to glow in the morning light. The tools they use are simple, woven baskets, small sickles for trimming stray branches, and their own skilled hands. The baskets are made by the villagers themselves, woven from bamboo gathered on the lower slopes, each one unique, each one bearing the marks of its maker's hands. Some are lined with cloth to protect the delicate leaves. Others are left bare, their fibers smooth and polished from years of use. The sickles are small, their blades curved and sharp, but they are rarely needed. The true skill lies in the plucking, in knowing which leaves to take, which to leave behind, in feeling the mountain's rhythm in every movement. The baskets filling slowly, the leaves piling higher, the sunlight filtering through the branches, casting dappled shadows on the ground. Imagine the weight of the basket in your hands, the faint creak of the bamboo as it shifts, the soft warmth of the sun on your shoulders. Let these sensations wrap around you. Let them lull you deeper, deeper into a place of peace, where every sound, every image feels like a gentle caress. By midday, May's basket is nearly full, and she pauses to rest beneath the shade of a gnarled pine tree. She sits on a flat stone, its surface worn smooth by years of harvesters taking their rest in this very spot. The air is warmer now, but still cool in the shade, and the scent of pine mingles with the green, earthy aroma of the tea leaves. She reaches into her basket, lifting a handful of leaves to her face, breathing in their scent, fresh and alive, like the mountain itself. She smiles softly, her eyes tracing the slopes around her, the distant peaks shrouded in clouds, the village below, where smoke still rises from the hearths. The other villagers rest nearby, some sitting in small groups, others alone, all of them bound by the quiet rhythm of the harvest. They share simple meals, rice wrapped in lotus leaves, pickled vegetables, a few dried fruits. The food is plain but nourishing, meant to sustain them through the long hours of work. May chews slowly, savoring the faint sweetness of the rice, the slight tang of the pickles. She drinks from a small gourd, the water cool and clear, drawn from a spring that bubbles up near the village. The spring is said to be blessed, its water pure and sweet, perfect for steeping the tea that will come from these leaves. Our story continues in the quiet rhythm of the afternoon. As May and the other villagers return to their work in the tea fields of the Wuyi Mountains, the sun is higher now, its light spilling across the slopes, turning the tea bushes into a sea of shimmering green. The mist has lifted, but a faint haze lingers in the air, softening the edges of the world, making everything feel just a little dreamlike. The villagers move slowly, their baskets swaying gently at their sides, their hands reaching for the tender leaves, each pluck a soft, deliberate act, a moment of connection between the harvester and the mountain. May's fingers glide across the tea bush, her movements fluid, almost like a dance. She knows these bushes well, their shapes, their quirks, the way some leaves curl slightly at the edges, the way others seem to reach for the sunlight. She plucks only the youngest, most delicate leaves, the ones that hold the mountain's secrets, the ones that will unfurl their flavor when steeped in water from the village spring. The sound of her plucking is faint, a soft snap, a gentle rustle, blending with the hum of insects, the distant trickle of a stream, the occasional sigh of the breeze, the quiet rhythm of her hands, the leaves whispering as they fall into the basket, the mountain breathing around you. Imagine the feel of those leaves, cool and smooth against your fingertips, their edges soft and pliant. Let this rhythm wrap around you. Let it soothe you. Let it carry you deeper into relaxation, into a place where time slows, where every moment feels soft and safe. The tea fields are alive with subtle sounds, the crunch of footsteps on the earth, the creak of bamboo baskets, the low murmur of voices as the villagers work side by side. There is no hurry here, no need to rush. The mountain has its own pace, and the villagers follow it, their movements steady and unhurried, their minds focused on the task at hand. The work is repetitive, plucking, pausing, moving to the next bush. But in this repetition, there is peace, a kind of meditation that quiets the soul. As the afternoon deepens, the baskets grow heavy, filled with piles of tender green leaves, their scent rising in the warm air, fresh and earthy, with a hint of sweetness. May pauses to adjust her basket, shifting its weight on her hip, feeling the familiar creak of the bamboo against her side. She looks out over the fields, her eyes tracing the rows of tea bushes, the slopes that stretch toward the horizon, the distant peaks shrouded in clouds. The world feels vast yet intimate, as if the mountain itself is holding her, holding all of them. In its quiet embrace, picture that view, the green slopes rolling gently, the clouds drifting like soft cotton across the sky, the faint shimmer of sunlight on the leaves. Imagine the weight of the basket, the way it sways with each step, the scent of tea leaves filling the air. Let these images wrap around you. Let them lull you deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into this story. When the sun begins to dip toward the horizon, the villagers gather their baskets and start the slow walk back to the village. The path is familiar, worn smooth by generations of feet, winding through the tea fields, past groves of bamboo, alongside a stream that gurgles softly over smooth stones. May walks with the others, her basket balanced carefully, her steps light despite the weight. The air is cooler now, carrying the first hints of evening, the scent of pine and damp earth growing stronger. The village comes into view, its wooden homes glowing in the golden light, smoke rising lazily from the chimneys, the faint sound of a flute drifting through the air. In the village, the next stage of the tea-making ritual begins. The leaves must be processed, transformed from delicate green flushes into the fragrant tea that will be shared across the land. The villagers gather in an open courtyard, where a long wooden table stands beneath a canopy of woven straw. The table is old, its surface polished by years of use, its edges softened by countless hands. Baskets of leaves are placed along its length, their contents spilling out in soft heaps, green and vibrant, like fragments of the mountain itself. May and the others begin the process of withering, spreading the leaves across the table in thin, even layers. The leaves are left to rest, to soften in the warm air, their moisture slowly evaporating, their edges curling ever so slightly. The villagers move with care, their hands gentle as they turn the leaves, ensuring each one is exposed to the air, each one given time to breathe. The sound of their work is soft, a faint rustle, like the whisper of pages in an ancient book. The courtyard is quiet, save for the occasional murmur of voices, the creak of the table, the distant call of an evening bird. The leaves spread across the table, their green surfaces catching the fading light, their scent filling the air, fresh and alive. Imagine the feel of those leaves, soft and cool beneath your fingers, the way they shift and rustle as you turn them. Let this moment wrap around you. Let it carry you deeper, deeper into peace, where every sound, every sensation feels like a gentle lullaby. As the leaves wither, the villagers prepare the fires for the next step, pan firing. Small iron pans are set over low hearths, their surfaces blackened from years of use, their handles worn smooth by countless hands. The fires are built carefully, with small bundles of dried wood gathered from the mountain, their flames low and steady, giving off a gentle warmth. May takes a handful of withered leaves, placing them in the pan, her hands moving in slow circular motions, stirring the leaves as they heat. The scent changes now, growing richer, deeper, as the leaves release their hidden flavors, their green surfaces darkening slightly, their texture becoming crisp. The sound of the leaves in the pan is hypnotic, a soft, crackling whisper, like the sound of a gentle rain falling on a forest floor. May's movements are rhythmic, her hands steady, her focus absolute. She knows just how long to heat the leaves, just when to lift them from the pan, just how to coax the mountain's essence into every leaf. The other villagers work beside her, their pans crackling softly, their hands moving in the same slow circles, the courtyard filled with the warm, comforting scent of roasting tea. Picture that fire, its flames dancing softly, its warmth wrapping around you like a blanket. Imagine the voices of the villagers, their words like a gentle lullaby, their laughter soft and fleeting. Feel the night air, cool and crisp, the stars above twinkling faintly through the trees. Let this moment carry you. Let it guide you deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into sleep. Let yourself sink deeper into this soft, peaceful place, where the world feels far away, where every breath is slow and steady, like the gentle ebb of a tide. Imagine the night air around you, cool and soothing, carrying the faint scent of pine and roasted tea leaves. Feel your body relax, your shoulders softening, your mind drifting as if you're floating on a quiet river, carried gently by the current of this story. The sounds of the village surround you, the crackle of a fire, the distant hum of a lullaby, the rustle of leaves in the evening breeze. Let these sounds wrap around you. Let them guide you deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into this moment. Our story continues as the first light of dawn creeps over the Wuyi Mountains, painting the sky in soft shades of pink and gold. The village is still, the air heavy with the quiet of early morning. The only sounds the faint chirping of crickets, the gentle trickle of the nearby stream, and the soft creak of wooden shutters as the villagers begin to stir. May rises from her simple bed, a woven mat on a wooden frame, her movements slow and deliberate, as if she's still half in a dream. She steps outside, her breath visible in the cool air, her eyes tracing the mist that clings to the slopes, like a delicate shawl draped over the mountain's shoulders. The village is waking now, slowly, softly, as if reluctant to disturb the peace of the dawn. The scent of wood smoke drifts through the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of the tea leaves that were processed yesterday. May gathers her basket, its familiar weight settling against her hip, and joins the other villagers as they make their way to the courtyard. Today, the work continues. The leaves that were withered and fired must now be rolled and dried, shaped into the form that will carry their flavor to cups far beyond the mountain. The cool morning air against your skin, the faint warmth of the rising sun, the soft creak of the basket as it sways. Imagine standing in that courtyard, the ground beneath your feet smooth and cool, the air alive with the promise of a new day. Let this moment wrap around you. Let it lull you deeper, deeper into relaxation, where every sound, every sensation feels like a gentle caress. The courtyard is alive with quiet activity. The villagers gathered around the long wooden table, their hands moving with the same careful grace as the day before. The leaves are spread out again, their surfaces slightly darker now, their texture crisp from the pan firing. May takes a handful, feeling their brittle edges, their faint warmth lingering from the fire. The next step is rolling, a process that requires patience, skill, and a deep understanding of the leaves themselves. She places the leaves on a woven mat, its fibers soft and pliant, and begins to knead them gently, her hands pressing and turning, shaping the leaves into tight, slender curls. The rolling is slow, methodical, each movement deliberate. May's hands move in a steady rhythm, pressing, folding, twisting, the leaves yielding beneath her touch. The sound is subtle, a soft rustle, like the whisper of silk being drawn across a smooth surface. The other villagers work beside her, their hands moving in the same slow circles, their faces calm and focused. The courtyard is filled with this quiet symphony, the rustle of leaves, the creak of the table, the occasional murmur of a voice, all blending into a soothing, hypnotic rhythm. Picture those leaves, their green surfaces curling tightly, their scent growing richer with each press of her hands. Imagine the feel of the mat beneath your fingers, soft and woven, the leaves shifting gently as you work. Feel the rhythm of the rolling, steady and slow, like a heartbeat, guiding you deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into this story. The rolling process is not just about shaping the leaves. It's about coaxing out their flavor, locking in the essence of the mountain. Each curl traps the aroma, the taste, the memory of the slopes where they grew. May knows this. She feels it in her hands, in the way the leaves respond to her touch. She works with care, her movements almost meditative, her mind quiet and still. The leaves are transformed under her hands, from loose, brittle fragments to tight, glossy curls, ready for the final drying. As the morning progresses, the villagers move to the drying racks, wooden frames strung with fine mesh. Set in the shade of a wide-roofed shed, the curled leaves are spread across the racks, arranged in thin layers to allow the air to flow freely. The shed is open on all sides, letting the mountain breeze move through, carrying the scent of pine and wildflowers, drying the leaves slowly, naturally. May adjusts the leaves with her fingers, spreading them evenly, ensuring each one has space to breathe. The racks creak softly as she works, the sound blending with the rustle of the leaves, the hum of the breeze, the distant call of a bird high in the pines. The leaves spread across the racks, their surfaces catching the soft light, their scent filling the air, warm and earthy, with a hint of sweetness. Imagine the breeze moving through the shed, cool and gentle, brushing against your skin. Feel the texture of the leaves, crisp and light, their curls holding the mountain's secrets. Let these sensations wrap around you. Let them carry you deeper, deeper into peace, where your thoughts are quiet, your body is heavy, your mind is at rest. The drying process takes time, hours, sometimes days, depending on the air and the leaves themselves. The villagers check the racks often, their hands brushing lightly over the leaves, feeling for the perfect moment when they are ready. May moves from rack to rack, her fingers gentle, her eyes sharp, looking for the subtle signs, the way the leaves feel, the way they crumble just slightly at the edges. This is a skill passed down through generations, learned not from books, but from hands, from watching, from feeling the mountain's rhythm in every leaf. As the sun climbs higher, the village grows warmer, the air filled with the hum of daily life. Children play quietly near the courtyard, their laughter soft and fleeting, like the tinkling of small bells. An old man sits in the shade, weaving a new basket from strips of bamboo, his hands moving with the same slow grace as the tea harvesters. A woman stirs a pot over a fire, the scent of rice and herbs drifting through the air, mingling with the aroma of the drying tea leaves. The village is a living tapestry, each person, each task, woven into the quiet rhythm of the day. Imagine that village, the wooden homes with their curling roofs, the smoke rising lazily into the sky, the soft hum of life all around you. Picture the drying racks, the leaves resting quietly, their scent wrapping around you like a warm blanket. Feel the ground beneath your feet, solid and cool, connecting you to the earth, to the mountain, to this moment. Let your breath slow. Let your body relax. Let the story carry you deeper, deeper into calm. By late afternoon, the first batches of leaves are ready, their curls tight and glossy, their scent rich and full. May gathers a small handful, placing them in a woven sack, their weight light but precious. The sacks are stored in a cool, dry room, a small building at the edge of the village, its walls lined with shelves, its air filled with the concentrated aroma of tea. The villagers work together to carry the sacks, their steps slow and careful, their voices low as they speak of the harvest, of the leaves, of the mountain's gifts. As evening falls, the villagers gather once more in the courtyard, the day's work done, the air growing cool again. A small fire burns at the center, its flames casting a soft glow over the faces of the villagers. May sits among them, her basket empty now, her hands resting in her lap. Someone passes around a pot of tea, brewed from last year's harvest, its flavor warm and smooth, with notes of the mountain, of stone and earth and sunlight. The villagers sip slowly, savoring each taste, each moment, their voices soft as they share stories of the day. Picture that tea, warm in your hands, its steam rising in delicate curls, its flavor lingering on your tongue. Imagine the firelight, the faces glowing softly, the night air cool and crisp. Feel the peace of this moment, the quiet joy of shared work, shared stories, shared tea. Let this moment carry you. Let it guide you deeper, deeper into relaxation, deeper into sleep. Breathe deeply now and let yourself sink even further into this warm, tranquil space where the world feels soft and distant, where every breath is a gentle wave, carrying you deeper into calm. Imagine the night sky above you, dotted with stars, their light faint and flickering like candles in a quiet room. Feel the cool air brushing against your skin, the faint scent of tea leaves and wood smoke lingering in the air. Hear the soft crackle of a fire, the low hum of voices, the rustle of leaves in the evening breeze. Let these sounds wrap around you like a soft blanket, guiding you deeper, deeper into peace, deeper into this story. Our story continues. As the village settles into the stillness of night, the Wuyi Mountains cradling it in their ancient embrace. The fire in the courtyard burns low now, its embers glowing like tiny stars against the earth, casting a warm, flickering light over the faces of the villagers. May sits quietly, her hands wrapped around a small clay cup, the tea inside still warm, its steam rising in delicate curls that catch the firelight. The flavor lingers on her tongue, earthy and smooth, with a hint of the mountain stone and sunlight. The villagers around her are quiet, their voices soft, their laughter like the gentle chime of a distant bell. The night is a time for rest, but also for preparation. Tomorrow, the work will continue. More leaves to pluck, more baskets to fill, more rituals to honor the mountain's gifts. May sets her cup down, its clay cool and smooth against her fingers, and rises to return to her home. The path is familiar, lit only by the faint glow of the moon, its light filtering through the branches of the pines, casting dappled shadows on the ground. Her footsteps are soft, barely disturbing the earth, the sound blending with the rustle of leaves, the distant hoot of an owl, the quiet murmur of the stream, the cool night air, the moonlight on your skin, the soft crunch of the path beneath your feet. Imagine the village around you, its homes dark and quiet, the faint glow of a lantern in a window, the scent of tea and pine lingering in the air. Let this moment wrap around you. Let it soothe you. Let it carry you deeper, deeper into relaxation, where every sound, every sensation feels like a gentle lullaby. May's home is small, its walls made of wood smoothed by time, its roof tiled with clay that glows faintly in the moonlight. Inside, the air is warm, scented with the faint aroma of dried herbs and tea leaves stored in woven sacks. She lights a small oil lamp, its flame casting a soft, golden glow across the room, illuminating a low table, a woven mat, a few simple tools hanging on the wall. She kneels beside the table, her movements slow and deliberate, and begins to prepare for the next day. Her basket sits nearby, its bamboo fibers gleaming in the lamplight, and she checks it carefully, feeling for any loose strands, ensuring it's ready for another day in the fields. The night is quiet, but not silent. The sounds of the village drift through the open window. The faint creak of a door, the soft clatter of a pot being set down, the distant laughter of a child who hasn't yet gone to bed. May listens to these sounds, her hands moving slowly, her mind calm and still. She thinks of the tea leaves, of the mountain, of the rhythm that binds them all together. This is her life, her family's life, the life of the village, woven into the seasons, into the cycles of the harvest, into the quiet rituals that shape their days. Picture that room, the soft glow of the lamp, the woven mat beneath your knees, the faint scent of tea and herbs filling the air. Imagine the basket in your hands, its fibers smooth and familiar, the weight of it light but grounding. Feel the stillness of the night, the quiet hum of the village, the gentle rhythm of your breath. Let these sensations wrap around you. Let them lull you deeper, deeper into calm, deeper into this story. The next morning dawns soft and slow, the sky a pale wash of blue and gold. The mist curling through the valleys like a living thing. Mai rises early, her body attuned to the mountain's rhythm, her mind already turning to the fields. She steps outside, the air cool and crisp, the scent of dew and earth filling her lungs. The village is waking, the first curls of smoke rising from chimneys, the faint sound of a broom sweeping a doorstep, the soft clink of clay cups being set on a table. May takes her basket, its weight familiar and comforting, and joins the others as they walk to the tea fields. The fields are as they were yesterday, the tea bushes standing in neat rows, their leaves glistening with dew, their branches swaying gently in the breeze. May begins her work, her fingers moving with the same graceful rhythm, plucking the tenderest leaves, the ones that hold the mountain's essence. The sound of her plucking is soft, a faint snap, a gentle rustle, blending with the hum of the morning, the chirping of birds, the whisper of the wind through the pines. The other villagers work nearby, their baskets filling slowly, their voices low and melodic, their movements a quiet dance with the mountain. The tea bushes stretching across the hillside, their leaves catching the morning light, their scent rising in the cool air. Imagine the feel of those leaves, soft and pliant, slipping between your fingers as you pluck them. Hear the rhythm of the harvest, the steady, soothing sounds guiding you deeper, deeper into peace, where your thoughts are quiet, your body is heavy, your mind is at rest. The morning passes in this gentle rhythm, the baskets growing heavier, the fields alive with the soft hum of work. By midday, the villagers pause again, resting in the shade of the pines, sharing simple meals of rice and vegetables, sipping water from the village spring. May sits on her familiar stone, its surface cool and smooth, and looks out over the fields. The sun is warm now, its light filtering through the branches, casting patterns of light and shadow on the ground. The air is filled with the scent of tea leaves, of earth, of the mountain itself. As the afternoon unfolds, the villagers return to the courtyard, their baskets brimming with fresh leaves. The process begins again, withering, firing, rolling, drying, each step a ritual, each movement a meditation. May spreads the leaves across the wooden table, her hands gentle as she turns them, feeling their texture change, their scent deepen. The courtyard is quiet, save for the rustle of leaves, the creak of the table, the soft murmur of voices. The villagers work together, their hands moving in unison, their hearts bound by the shared rhythm of the harvest.